You know, my girlfriend had to swap gifts. She got me like a full character journal for D&D. She's like, "Oh
Nice.
yeah, it's like a little make believe thing." I'm like, "Bruh."
Your little make-believe thing? Incredible. Incredible.
I was like, "You got this insanely pimped out thing?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's like your little game thing." Little game thing.
I mean, listen, but is she wrong, though?
Oh, absolutely not. That's the funniest part.
Yeah.
She's absolutely correct. It's just the vibe. The vibe's got to be immaculate.
Yeah, my IQ right now is about the temperature of outside, which is 32 degrees.
Oh, God.
How is it warmer by you? Oh, it is warmer by you.
I'm stuck in the snow.
Like actually stuck?
No, I'm just stuck in New Mexico because of the snow.
Are you at least having fun?
No.
Oh, no.
We haven't started
yet. I mean, hopefully we can change that, you know?
Yeah, we haven't started yet.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here like, what do I do until the game starts?
Your best.
Yep. I've been, I ate something. And then watched YouTube reels.
Yeah?
It's a good thing to do.
Sounds about
For the last 4 hours.
Damn. As long as you're, not bored. I think there was like a test done where it was to see what people would do when bored. And you're put in an empty room except for a button in the middle that when you press it, you get shocked. And on average, men would press it multiple times because they'd get bored more easily and need some sort of stimuli. Because guys are...
You just said it, and I started reaching for a button.
I've read about that. There was a, and then there was like an outlier in the test who shocked himself like 130 times.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny.
And my question is, did they know that it would shock them?
Yep.
Not at first.
Not the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
let me give you an idea of this, because when I was in the Marine Corps, I was in a communication shop, right? So, I don't know if you ever saw these phones in the Army, but the old, I forget what they're called, but they've got wires that stick out of the end of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an old phone. Like, you can pick it up and you can pick up, hang up, that kind of phone.
Yeah.
And but you had to hook wires to it to be able to use it. And it was the wires that we would run across the field to communicate with the other, because we didn't have internet yet. So, to communicate back and forth with everybody, we'd use those phones, but we needed them not to be able to be traced. So we'd use those kind of phones, right?
Yeah.
Now, they wind up.
Oh.
Like there's a wind,
like a crank
handle to it. Yeah, a crank handle to it. And so what we would do when we were bored, we would stand in a circle, everybody holding hands, and then the person at the end of the circle would hold the white phone with the crank and crank it up to send to shock everybody in the circle.
My fucking God.
That's amazing.
What the fuck? Yeah, I could see that. It's doing stuff while you're bored that doesn't apply to Army shit. That's anything they do while they're bored, I understand completely.
Listen, you gotta have something to do.
No, but like to be fair with the test, like if I knew that it was gonna shock me, I probably wouldn't press it. But if there was just a button in a room, then yeah, probably I'd do it. Yeah.
Okay, so after you press it and shock yourself, then what?
Well, then I
at
go.
Least twice.
Then I go, damn, scientists, huh? And what would be fucked up though is if you didn't know what it did, and then you pressed it out of boredom, and then they showed you, oh, this button killed someone, and that'd be.
Well, I mean, that'd just be fucked up in general.
Yeah. Well,
That
like
just
you
be
makes
fucked up in general, but I
wouldn't
guarantee
actually do it, but like as a social experiment, like, oh, you just out of boredom, like it'd be like an art piece, you know what I mean?
Oh, you mean it killed somebody else?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Like
this is
President, you
a
killed him, yeah.
commentary on the Western world, killing third world countries for their entertainment. Like that's
I would
some shit that I would
100%.
see. That's some shit I would see on my news feed.
I would 100% play Ender's Game
Oh yeah.
Just like
because I'd be
randomly
playing a
killing.
video game. Huh?
It's like randomly killing a bunch of people that you thought weren't real.
Yep. Have you seen?
Or-
You haven't seen that movie, have you, Bailey?
No, I have the book. I haven't read it yet though.
I fucking love that movie. I was actually about to watch it today or tomorrow, but yeah, he's just like, I don't want to tell you the plot if you haven't read it yet.
I
I know
read
that
it
the
and
world
the
is
spin-off
terrible
series.
and they're in virtual reality. That's all I know.
Awesome movie.
Sorry, didn't see the time.
No, you're good.
Hello there.
Hello.
How dare you? But no,
now
I read.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
I read the Ender series and the Shadow series. I think the Shadow series is better written. It's a spin-off of one of the other characters, and I think it's a lot more grounded and better written. But anyway,
I'm about to say, but at any rate, last we left off, I'll be so real with you guys. I don't remember what we did in the first part of the session, but I know at the ender part, we fucking we were at the Vixen Lounge, and we're talking to a secret Vivianite, and you got a tip to go to the Vexed Lingerie Warehouse. Does anyone remember what we did in the beginning?
We went shopping and then we didn't get
Okay.
arrested.
That sounds right.
oh yeah,
That sounds right. Yeah,
we had to win walk away because we wanted to avoid getting pinched.
right. We went shopping in Golgari. Okay. That's what I thought, but I couldn't remember if that was the game before that. Alright. Cool. So, you're in Rivermouth. I don't know if we left this bar yet, or if there's anywhere else you would like to go. This town has about 300,000 people. It is made entirely of wood, suspended over the deltas of Rivermouth, where it leads into the Briganta River.
Right, we're on our way to go heist the sword. Dagger.
Yes.
So are we going to the warehouse or are we going to wherever the sword is? Or is that where the sword is?
You don't know where the sword is, or the stolen souls.
To the warehouse then.
Yeah, how do you approach? Because she told you what neighborhood it's in. This entire town smells kind of like moss. Not in a horrible way, but it smells like moss. And there are people, even you walk over these rope bridges and gangplanks, and there are people under you in like little boats that are fishing, or like that's the way they move freight around town. Or even just people who want to travel faster. They just go underneath people's houses and businesses and all of that.
Oh. Shall we move discreetly?
Let's move quiet like the G in lasagna.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Here, Bastion, make me a... What would this be? Acrobatics check?
I will
There's no reason
log
for that.
in.
Okay, yeah.
There's no reason to be doing that.
Look, I'll have you know, I'm only 400 pounds of pure metal.
Mm-hmm. And
I
that's
happen to be pretty stealthy.
And then
Especially when it's
Pale...
Okay, well, fantastic news. I actually don't know where I've misplaced Bastion's character sheet, because it's not in the exact same spot I've put it in literally every time I've played.
Oh, no.
Kale, make a racism check.
No.
Because everyone hates you.
I'd say
Aha, I
make
found
a persuasion check just to see how not sus you can be as a guy on fire in a town made of wood.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
Condemned his-
Suspicious.
We
I'm
can
a
just
god,
fire.
19.
Holy
Incredible.
shit.
That is the only like
You said an
crit
acrobatics
never made
check?
acrobatics check. Yes.
Absolutely.
The only nat 20 you've ever gotten on a
It's gonna be a solid 9.
Incredible. Okay, so Carolina, no one fucking notices you. You're a regular human. They know you're an adventurer, just like looking at you, sensing your fucking aura or whatever. Then Bastion, as you walk, your ankle falls through a fucking floorboard, because you're 400 pounds, and then all your equipment is another, 100 or so. And so you do go knee-deep into the floor. And so Pale, that's why no one fucking pays attention to you, because they're more attention on the robot who's breaking the fucking floor. But what do you do upon almost falling down?
I shall pick him up.
Honestly, I think it just kind of happens. Is this into the ocean?
No, you just fall knee, one of your feet breaks through and you fall down to your knee.
I think I just go, oh, and try to pick myself back up.
Okay.
And the crowd laughs.
Yeah. If you guys help Bastion out, it's there. And, let me see. Yeah, somebody does the equivalent of putting a wet floor sign out, so nobody else falls in this hole. But somebody, a city planner or whatever, is going to come fix this pothole that you've made, Bastion, before somebody else falls through and gets tetanus. And there's a townsperson who's I don't know, they work at a fabric store or something. And they're like, are you okay?
Yes.
You didn't skin your entire fucking shin, did you?
I don't actually, that's not possible for me. I can't do that.
Make a persuasion check.
High rolling tonight. Woo!
Okay. They squint at you and probably assume that you're just embarrassed, and they pat you on the shoulder and leave.
Oh, buddy.
But you guys, unless you want to stop for anything, do make it to the warehouse. And it looks just like any other warehouse you've seen, though it is massive for a place that's supposed to just sell undergarments, things of that nature. It is one of the places that actually has a stone foundation, you would assume, to support a lot of weight. Most places are multi-level, or at least spread out between the telephone poles holding up everything. But this is one of the largest ground floors you've ever seen.
I mean, I'm just going to feel awkward the entire time we're here. Because, obviously. It's Carolina, you take the lead.
Well, I don't even actually realize or remember what we were looking for in this spot. I know we're looking for your communion blade, but why was it that we...
This is the Vivianites, right? Vivianites.
All you know is that this warehouse is apparently a Vivianite base of operation.
Alright, what do I see around the room again?
You're just outside of the warehouse right now. It is a big wooden building, though it's one of the few places that has a stone pillars holding it up instead of the wooden poles. It is one of the largest single floor buildings, though it is about 3 floors tall. And outside it says Vexed Lingerie. And this is a very large house to apparently just be selling underwear.
I walk in.
Just right in?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me get my red feather out, put it in my hair.
Yeah, make me a persuasion or intimidation check.
Persuasion? Why would I want to intimidate them? Even though intimidation is my higher stat.
Don't worry about it.
Giggles.
Persuasion it is.
Okay. This is just a confidence, acting like you fucking belong here, or whatever.
9.
Because you do.
I'm lost. I have no idea where I am.
Yeah, there's I don't know what you'd call them.
Bouncer?
A porter who works at this warehouse. It's a large man who moves a lot of boxes. He's a half-elf man, but broad in the shoulders. And he does do the thing that bouncers do, where he puts a hand up. And he says, Hey, this isn't the shop. This is the warehouse. The shop is down back in the market district. You'll be able to find it with a big red V.
Oh,
It's
So
not.
what do you do
This
here?
isn't like a public thing.
I'm not public.
He looks you guys up and down. You guys look like you're adventurers, but
Uh-huh.
again, unless you're looking to buy like wholesale or something, don't. This isn't that place.
I mean, maybe we are. We can afford wholesale.
Wholesale's always better.
Mhm.
Unless you're starting a
Wholesale,
business,
man.
what are you gonna do with like 500 thongs?
Not for you to worry
A
about.
lot of people.
He kind of laughs. He says, "Is that what you guys are actually here for?" He motions to Bastion. I don't think we have anything in your size, though they could certainly make a custom order, at the shop where you're supposed to be.
I could make my own.
Oh,
Through Gond, all things are possible.
Okay. As he's talking to us, I'm looking for various other entrances.
yeah, there is this main one, and almost all of these places have, and like, what are they called? Fucking, places to come to the floor. Know what I mean? Trapdoors. Yeah.
Hmm.
To move freight under the city.
Yeah.
There's a front entrance and a back entrance. You're at the front. And there are probably places to get in from underneath.
All right. Well, come on, boys. I guess let's go to the other shop.
Yep. And the guy nods to you before moving some more boxes.
Say, wait, isn't this supposed to be a place for... got it.
He raises an eyebrow.
I put my red feather away.
Okay. He lets
All
you.
right. What's the closest entrance that I see that is out of view of him?
There's the one on the other side of the building. You can't see any of the bottom entrances from here. But you're just pretty sure they're there based on every place here pretty much has one.
Oh.
Based.
And I saw no feathers on him, right?
Make a perception check.
Oh my god. The high rolls continue. 12.
12. You did not see a red feather on him. Do Bastion and Pale want to make either perception or insight checks?
Yeah.
I'll do an insight. I'll do a quirky little insight.
I'm super not gonna make an insight check. I will make a perception check, if only because it's for better.
And that's
I
a
almost-
17 on my
I
end.
almost wrote a 204.
I mean, that listed a high roll.
Hey, still rolled one high roll. 21.
Perception, Bastion, you see that there was somebody, like, this is like a big garage entrance, you feel me? Like, that kind of a size. You saw
Yeah.
somebody waiting up on, like, the door frame from the inside, like, hanging over and looking at you. Like, you just saw their eyes and forehead, as they were, apparently they're some sort of, scout or something, and they were doing some acrobatic shit to, like, hang upside down and look at you people. And then Pale, with
You
your
people.
insight check,
Wow.
Pale, with your insight check, you saw that this guy, or you noticed, he's been moving the same boxes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, not actually doing any work.
I'll let them know. Like, hey, I don't think he's doing any work. He's probably not union. They enforce that pretty heavily with union workers.
What should we do about that?
Either tell his manager or confront him because he's clearly, just a watchman.
What if
Trying
he's
to-
just lazy?
It's a front.
Yeah, it's probably a front.
If this is a hideout, they got to make it appear to look legit. So, I just didn't want to come out and say anything about the Vivianites. So
Never
let's find
understand
another
it.
way in.
What if there isn't another way?
Oh, there's plenty of ways.
Oh.
Like, there's
Okay.
the other door on the back. I can check up top to see if there's anything up there. And if not, I'm pretty sure there's something underneath where nobody would see anybody enter.
Hmm.
But the one underneath is probably guarded by somebody like that guy.
Got it.
So,
And the person being pronounced like a Pikachu. I said,
That's the
and
person watching us.
Yeah.
oh, there's a what?
Oh,
Yeah, it's the
sorry.
person
I
that
thought
was
that's
watching
what
it.
you said.
There's a person watching us.
Yep.
That's weird.
Yep.
And Bastion, you would have seen they were wearing like a lot of eyeliner. Like somebody like cosplaying Batman level of eyeliner.
That's just your average Vivianite.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Yep, you do.
Okay, so do we want to go back and, try with that guy again, or you want me to go do some acrobatic shit?
Why don't you try with him, and Bash and I try to find another way in?
One of you just puts on the Riz.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good at doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Do it quietly. So I'll go back to the non-working worker.
Yeah, he sets down a box that he's set down 10 times today. Or probably 100 times today.
Hmm.
So, a whole lot of work you're doing there.
Uh-huh. And he makes a note on a clipboard.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I was discreetly told about this place. That's why I'm here. And I think you work here, so you obviously know what this place is, right? I'm not here to go shop for underwear.
He lifts the lid on one of the crates and pulls out just the most intricate lace you've ever seen of a bra, and then sets it back down as though he's like inspecting it, and then closes it. And he goes, "Uh-huh."
Okay, nice. Can I see that?
He opens the box again and shows it to you. It's a 32B.
Oh, 32B.
Hmm.
A little too small.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I am looking for other Vivianite. Would I be in the right place?
Make a persuasion check.
21.
He like hisses. He goes, "Don't say that loud. Fuck, man. God."
Well, I tried to be more subtle before with the red feather.
Yeah, I saw your red feather. You think you're the first person who's walked in here with a red feather and said they were a Vivianite? Like, I believe you.
I'm
But
the
if
reason why the red...
Anybody who's wearing red who just walked in here, "Hey, I'm a Vivianite." Yeah, we can't just expose our whole deal. Come on, man.
I'm the reason why there are red feathers.
Yeah, it's a very recent phenomenon. I've heard your name a lot. Just, I didn't know who your fucking friends were.
I didn't say it.
What?
I never said my name.
He gives you a patronizing look.
Although I did just say I'm the reason for the red feathers, so I guess...
Yeah. It's it's a person matching your exact description. Just handing out red feathers, saving people in Fortress. Yeah, no, it's not a big deal.
Okay. I'm the real me.
You're tied for
Don't get it
Tied-
twisted.
tied for
I'm a
championship
twin.
with Kara. Yeah, no, of course I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Weird. I feel like they should know who you are.
Yeah.
Little
So,
strange.
all right. So, are you gonna let us in now?
Yeah, there's supposed to be like a word of the day, and you didn't say it, so I didn't know who you're.
Okay. Well, they are my friends. Yeah, I get that. Um, yeah, I never got the word of the day. We said, at least from last session, I don't remember the word of the day if it was.
No, they didn't tell you.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like, it's Garbanzo. God.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back around the corner and grab my friends, and then.
Okay.
So, is there like a handshake? What do we do?
No, you just say a sentence with the word Garbanzo in it.
Hmm.
You don't
Yeah.
have to
Will
now.
work if we say chickpea.
He gives you
no,
another
it's
patronizing look.
I don't think I can take this one. It's been outside too long. It smells like garbanzo beans.
Yeah. And do you guys walk in?
Yes.
I'm just gonna follow wherever Carolina goes.
Yeah, this is kind of Carolina's deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's the minute you walk in and you're like beyond the where the sunlight goes in, the person who'd been hanging upside down drops down and looks you guys up and down and says, "We usually check weapons, but I'm just gonna let you guys keep your." And it's a woman, not like imagine a vault suit but made of black, and I don't know why no, I do know why so many of my descriptions are Fallout things. It's because I've played a lot of that game. But you know,
I'll do it.
It's skin tight, thin fabric, is what I'm saying. So they let you in, or they ask you, "What are you here for?" Because the boss just left, and they seem to say that as though they already know what you're here for.
And when will they be back?
Well, assuming that you're here for something we'd like you to be here for, then we can go get her and bring her back right now. But other than that, probably like 6 p.m.
Let's do that.
Which one?
Let's get her.
What are you here for?
Yeah.
Exactly what you want me to be here for.
All right, make a deception check because you don't know.
Deception check?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
They say, yeah. This is one of those deals where there's a lot of decisions to be made. Let's just say that.
Okay. So you're not gonna go get her then. Alright. So around 6?
Uh-huh. And you can hang out or come back.
We'll come back and I'll do a quick glance around the room to see what's in there.
Yeah, this room is massive. I put the map on Roll20. There is a big central circular place that the walls are made of boxes, but it is clearly a fighting pit. There are 3 levels to this building, separated with this rope bridges to get to each one. Stacks upon stacks upon stacks of boxes. They're probably not all full of lingerie, but you see in here, it's as though there's like a flock of birds. There are, I would say most of Vivian's followers are rogues, bards, and clerics. That's typically her purview. The things her people are best at, typically. But you see all these people doing as a businessman, doing business. They're either going through these boxes of things that are probably not just lingerie, it's probably all stolen. And then a lot of them are going through what seem like documents and maps. There are a few people training up on like a 2nd level, almost falling off the fucking shelves that are not OSHA approved, but catching themselves as they're a little bit dexterous. It is like 90% women, it's like 10% dudes, or really like 5% dudes, and then 5% you have no fucking idea what they are. But yeah, this is obviously a pseudo thieves guild, just a very, very charismatic thieves guild, sort of a deal. And these people all seem prepped for intense combat. These aren't little level 1s. These are the people you've been missing. Although when you do walk in, are you just When you say you took a look around the room, do you just like openly look, or are you trying to just like peek around a corner?
I'm gonna openly look because may not know what they want me here for, but I do belong here to my people.
Okay. It's somebody else swings down from like a level 3 and runs up to you with a clump of red feathers in their hair, and you do recognize them from Fortress. Their name is Sarah Whittingham, and they run up to you and give you a big hug, and they go, I've been here for almost a year, Carolina. It is so good to see you again. And they give you a big hug. They're like, man, when I got back to the material plane, I was in fucking La Jolla and I had to get a boat over here. Oh my gosh. And then I found this crew and emotions to the others. And we're like, I figured, because it'd be a long time since you said to meet up in Stone Mill. I figured I'd just get there eventually. There's like 10 other people from Fortress here. There's a couple that are already setting up like a fucking shanty town near Stone Mill. We've got like little satellite groups of folks that are like trying to snag people who look lost. We've got like a mole in the a couple of Mechanist churches to like keep an eye and try to grab our people before the fucking Time Lords can. It's been sick.
You guys been busy.
Yeah, we've had a bit of an opportunity. That, and it's a lot easier with Kara and Iris leading the show, I guess. Because we've never really been an organized group, you know. But she motions around. Organization. That's how.
Where is Kara?
She just left. She, and I don't know, meeting with somebody. It was like a need to know thing. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll see her when she gets back. But looks like you've been doing some training.
Trying to, and she flexes her incredible biceps for a woman of her stature.
All right. It's impressive. I'm glad to see the work is being done and everybody's getting prepped for the big events whenever that happens, which will probably be pretty soon, actually.
Yeah. That's that is indeed the plan.
I'm gonna take a look, continue to look around and see how everything is going, and then we're probably gonna take off until and come back later. We'll be back later tonight. We got some other tasks we're gonna do while we're here.
What with? Maybe we can help. There's I can go grab the other. We call ourselves the Trucers. We're working on a better name, but.
No, the Trucers is good.
Thanks, boss. Yeah. Don't let Kara hear me call you boss. Just by the way.
Well, I mean, would you be here if it wasn't for me sending you here?
No, I'd be still at a in some shithole in the Feywild, so.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. The task we got to do, you'd have to ask my battle buddy over here. It's for him. You might know something about it, but who's that?
Yeah, what's the deal, Pickle?
Dale?
So we're looking for a dagger,
Uh-huh.
and we're also looking for some soul and souls. The dagger's from Stephen Puyo, but kind of from Merkul. We're looking for that. If you know anything, it'll probably be with the soul and souls.
Her eyes widen as she bites her lip. More in like a, oh. And, she would bring you over to a sort of main table in like a corner. He goes, so, we are working on that. That's, yeah, we are working on that. We've heard
So
else are you
working on it as in, yeah.
What working on that how?
So we have a lead because we've been tracking that stuff. It's just we've been planning to go get it already. Yeah, but we didn't think that we'd be able to.
Well, you got a Merculian here, so we're just trying to get it back from whoever had it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work out. I obviously don't have a problem with it, you know, because I know you guys. You rescued me from fucking Fortress. However, she looks around. Other people
Is
might
that
not
where Kara is?
down with. No, I mean, maybe she's leading up to that, but no. I mean, shit, I don't know where she is. But I do know it is in. Oh, good God. Where? Fuck me. I'm looking for the name of the place where. God damn it. Scrolling around.
God damn, it's a weird name.
My stupid fucking notes. Yeah, it is in Cat's Eye Bank and Lending. It's got a logo with a fish with wings and a cat head. We've been trying to make a plan to get there. It's the reason that stuff is there is because it's a really good bank with a really good vault and really good guards. But yeah, we have been trying to liberate the souls. Yeah.
Who's in charge of the bank?
The bank owner that's it's owned by a couple of places. They all have roots in Golgari. It's because the mint is based in Golgari. It's some investor schmuck, but while they do hold money, they also have a lot of stuff in like safe deposit boxes, which that's why they have a holy artifact and then like 1,000 unborn children. So.
Have you seen anybody walk in there that would be able to just go in without question?
Into the vault itself? No. We are working on... We have a mole that just got hired there as a secretary, but she doesn't have clearance yet. But they're... I mean, you can just walk in to try and put money there and make an account, but like... Or fucking, get a loan for a mortgage or something. But into the back, no. It's like... We are... lockpicks and stuff in here are fairly confident they could get through into the back offices where the vault is, but we haven't seen enough of the vault door actually. Or, I mean, they are guaranteed to have traps and enchantments over the entire building. And so that's what we've been slowly working on.
Okay. Alright, so maybe your mole inside could be able to give us a description of the person that would have access?
Yeah, I mean, the guards do. They have like a main captain. It's like a half-orc guy. I don't remember his name right now, but we probably have it written down somewhere. And she looks through some other notes. And yeah, they're very good guards, is what she shrugs and says. We haven't been able to get much. Been in the lobby a lot, but we're mostly waiting on her to be able to. Our plan is for her to try to get promoted to like a booking, inventory management is, but it is slow going.
That sounds like it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, probably a month or two.
It's a lot of time.
That is a lot of time. Well, if we find somebody who looks like they own the place or, is a high position there that would have access, and listen in on some of their talks going in and out of the bank, or find out what she knows about them going in and out of the bank, secret passwords and things like that, maybe one of us can disguise ourselves to look like this person and go in there and get access to the bank vault.
Yeah, the only thing to worry about is a lot of those places, almost all of the banks of Acadia have permanent enchantments of Zone of Truth. And other
What if we just
scanning
explain
stuff.
who we are and why we want to go in? What if we just talk to them? Let them know that they have
If you
souls.
roll
And that's
in
really
and
messed
say,
up.
hey, I want the McCool blade.
Yeah, but I'm not cool. Maybe that'll be cool.
That's not gonna go well.
Oh, man.
Ring of my
It's super
What's
not
the worst? What's the worst that happens?
They just
And-
say no.
a lot of time they have like permanent enchantments of detect magic, or at least the security guards do. They've got the they're called spanners. It's what the Thunderscram guards actually invented those. It's just goggles of detect magic, and so they can see what you're carrying. Like this isn't some
I want to read
hideout.
something to you.
This is like serious.
I want to read something to you, DM.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ring of mind shielding. While wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it, and you can make the ring invisible.
Visibility part's cool.
That she would shrug and say, they alternately, if they can't see anything about you, they might just be suspicious then. It's this is the big leagues. They, you know, because
I
being
think we
able
should
to
give my idea a try.
tongue is just as suspicious as not being able to see anything at all.
Well, they can ask me questions, but they won't be able to tell if I'm lying or not if I'm in a zone of truth.
Maybe.
They would expect me to be telling the truth.
True.
Yeah, exactly. True.
But that's why we've been going this slow investigating, because we really don't know what we're up against. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Vivianites have definitely broken into banks before, but other than, like, that, there are very few places that are more, let's just say.
Okay, well, I don't want to rush the investigation, but at some point we might not have a choice.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility of like a quirky single mid-40s necromancer being in there? Because last time we went to really secure, we left with a pet necromancer. And it worked out all right.
She squints at you, like, oh, what?
Super nice guy. Pet fairy. Really cool. No,
She
got it. Okay.
continues looking around, lost as fuck.
Just like, I feel like what I said made sense.
But it's the,
I pat Pale on the shoulder. It did.
Oh, man. I'm
The-
being weird again.
Another big deal is, though, Carolina, it's, Kara really wants to talk to you, because she's gotten kind of a, let's just say, aggressive stance of you're either with us or against us, and you've been kind of against her, despite how a couple other of us might feel.
Not against her. Just not a fan of her idea.
Yeah. And that's why she looks at Pale. She's probably not going to let you have the blade or the souls if the decision was up to her.
Oh, she can definitely try to stop me. And I would love to see her try.
No,
Yeah.
we're not here for violence. Regardless of intentions, we're all on the same side.
I don't know about that.
She just has one goal that doesn't align with ours. That's all
Yeah,
that I
she's
know of.
plotting to kill King Henry as we speak. And it's a big
I'm aware.
plan. Okay. Yeah, just making sure. Because they actually need the blade for part of that plan. And the souls too, maybe.
Yeah. It's not gonna work.
That's something to talk to her about, man.
It is. I will talk to her about it.
And she kind of
What?
shrugs at you.
Yeah. So we're going to take a look around, and then shall we go take a look at this bank?
Please don't blow her cover.
It's not gonna blow her cover.
Well, guys, if we want to really be sure of our cover, I can't go. Any whiff of rumor cooling in is going to set off alarm bells. Let's be honest, I'm staying back.
Well,
I'll be a great distraction later.
Right now you're Blackfire, so
They will be able to smell Mercool on me from a mile away. They're probably having a specific lookout. I know I would. It's like if I saw Pelorian on sight. I cannot go with you on this. Yeah, exactly. I cannot go with you on this. I will reveal it. It'll be bad. Just don't get in trouble. And if anything comes up, just use like the stone of speech or whatever it is and just reach out and then I'll come in guns blazing. But if I come in, it's going to be bad.
Let's see. What do I want to put in the bank?
Well, I have various stuff that you can put in the bank and it doesn't really matter. It'll just look shiny. God, I know I have some random fancy crap.
You have a lot of fucking money.
Oh, wait. Go there with my take of Gond bathwater.
I really don't want to mention one of our gods.
Well, it's just religious bathwater from a holy chosen one, the son of a god.
Oh.
Because I scooped it while Bastion was in a stream.
Mm-hmm. Now you were in a bathtub.
A bathtub, that was it.
Carolina was taking a bath with the cloak of ripping on, and then Bastion disappearing disease landed right in the bucket. Yeah.
LOL.
And luckily it wasn't a toaster in a bathtub situation.
Right?
Yeah. See, go put that in the bank.
Well, I got these gemstones. I can put those in the bank.
Yeah, but we don't want to actually leave anything that's too valuable, just in case we can't get it back later.
You think I won't be able to get it back? Either by walking in and getting it back or stealing it back?
I mean, fair enough. Go for it. Yeah, gemstones.
Like, it's gotta look legit. I'm opening an account. I gotta put something in it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right, how much gold do I got?
Enough.
I'm not doing that. Got a lot of platinum.
Hang on, do you guys know what we've got in the bag of holding, by the way? Because we have 1,000 platinum in there.
Oh.
I've got 900 platinum on me.
And 20,000 gold.
I've got 900 platinum on me.
Damn. That's a lot of coins, by the way. Where are you keeping 900 platinum?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I have a bag of holding too.
Oh shit, that's right. Whoops.
Oh. Oh, man. I still have the extra 2 rings of mind shielding.
Those are expensive. But if you walk in, hey, I'd like to put these rings of mind shielding in the bank. Oh, I don't have one on, by the way. Super don't. Am not wearing one myself right now.
They wouldn't be able to tell if I was lying or not.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have to say that part. Yeah, let me put this 1 ring of mind shielding in the bank. But, yeah, what do I got in the quiver? Nope, don't want to put the great sword in there. Yeah, I would miss all of this stuff. I'm going to put some platinum in there.
Okay. But you guys walk to, if you look on my little river mouth map, there's the bank in the central part of town. It's downtown, you know, this the banks of the river, right? It's the bank. Very creative. Thank you. But
See it.
no, you're good. But you guys eventually make it to the Cat's Eye Bank, and you walk up. Pale, what are you doing while they go?
Probably just talking to different Vivianites and just getting a feel for, like, what's your stake in this operation and how can I and the Merculians help? Because let's be honest, our gods may not be fully tight yet, but we will be. So just kind of trying to, make bonds, make friends, not get in trouble.
Okay. Here, we'll get back to you. But, yeah, Carolina, you see the lobby. It is beautiful. Everything is made of marble. They have perfectly trimmed trees outside. And then, Bastion, are you going with Carolina, or are you waiting with Pale? Or are you doing something else? You could do something else.
So, okay, if the intention is that we really shouldn't, like, be revealing the fact that we're associated with any of these gods, I think it's kind of, like, okay, in the past, playing me off as just an automaton has worked, right?
Yeah. That,
but
or
these
guys,
are a lot of armor. Yeah, but these guys are super good at magic.
Uh-huh.
I feel like they're gonna kind of catch on that I'm like a whole ass person.
I mean, you are the first one.
Second, technically, but that guy's fucking exploded.
Yeah.
No, he's still kicking right now, actually.
Yeah. He's, I believe at this point in time, he's walked off into the wastes and is going to reunite with Bob later.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hang out with Pale, keep him company, because I'm not very good at stealth. And I'm also,
very noticeable.
Yeah, hard to miss me. I'm big, shiny, and metal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'll put about 10 platinum in the bank, and but I'm also going to change my look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna use magic, but I'm gonna change, use the disguise kit.
Yeah.
And put my tattoo on my face.
Mm.
Just move it to my face so that it's a distinct mark, but it's not, technically magically changing me.
Yeah.
And go in without my armor.
Okay. What clothes are you changing into?
Just my regular common clothes.
Common clothes and a cloak of ribbon?
Oh, that's underneath.
Okay.
That's on the skin.
Okay.
Can't have that being pulled off, Just, yeah. And then I'm gonna go in looking like a regular, hoodlum of the neighborhood, I guess.
Okay. Make me a deception check to look normal.
Deception. 16.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in. It is a beautiful lobby, cool air. It's not even nearly as humid in here as the rest of town. As you walk in, make me an Arcana check.
Oh, Jesus. That's an 11.
Yeah, as you walk in the door, you even feel the ripple of... There's a lot of spells affecting this building. But as you walk in, it feels normal again. And you walk past the potted plants and thick carpet, and there is a couple of people waiting at tills above you. So this room, there are this main lobby area with sitting arrangements and desks. And then there is side offices that look like booths of some sort. This is probably where people talk about big loans and stuff. Probably just the offices. But above the main till desk, there is a upper balcony, and you see 2 guards posted there. And it's like a second story, and it looks down upon the lobby. That's where you can see in my map the blind spot marks, because it edges up to that wall. And there's a door underneath it on the ground floor that goes into the back of this building. But this upper balcony looks down 2 guards. One of them looks like a wizard of some sort, and the other one has a clearly Thunderscrim make rifle. Not because they're with Thunderscrim. Thunderscrim just has the best weapons.
Okay. Sniper. And a wizard.
Mm-hmm. And they're just kind of standing, making small talk as they look upon the lobby. There would be a person who makes eye contact with you in a wordless next, like as you...
Hi. I would like to open an account, make a deposit.
Sure thing. What is your full name? And they pull out like a big slip of paper.
Catalina, as I'm writing it.
Mm-hmm.
Shadowrun.
Okay. And then what is your town of origin? Or if you weren't born in a town, what's the closest one to where you were born?
What is it? I know what my town was. That was, I think I know what my town was.
Johnstone?
Yeah, Don's town. So I would be from Stonestone.
Stone? Okay, perfect. Yeah. Then she'd ask you, are you still a citizen of Stonestone, or have you moved?
Kind of a wanderer, but
Okay.
I think I might settle down here. That's why I'm opening the account.
Well, congratulations. We do partner with a couple of real estate agents if you're interested in that sort of thing. If you have a particular area of town in mind. And then as far as the deposit, what are you depositing today?
I put 10 platinum on the table.
She says, all right, great. And she counts it out and makes a note and makes you a receipt. Then she says, all you need to do, this is your account number, though you can also just give your name and they will know. This bank is connected to other Class A banks in several cities, so you can actually withdraw this money from any other bank.
Nice.
As long as you give them your name and account number.
All right, and the account number would be?
Yeah, she'd give it to you. What's a random string of numbers? Here, hang on. It would be 6534.
Now, are these, when you say it's a string of banks around the, is it all the same name? Like a franchise
No.
name, or it could be different names?
There'll be different names. You'll be able to see them. They'll have a Class A sign in the window, and she points to the one that she has. It's because they're not actually owned by the same people, but they are connected through Stones of Far Speech. These are centraled in the switchboard in Golgari.
Okay.
So you'll tell them that you have money with us, and they'll call us. And we'll say, yeah, you do have an account here, and then we'll be able to switch things around.
Okay, and some of those you said there's a real estate agent?
Yes, ma'am. I can give you several of their cards, and she gives you a lot of business cards, and says, this one, Joseph Gordon, he actually works out of an office here. I believe he's with another client right now, but I'd be happy to tell him that you'd like to make an appointment.
Okay. Any other that work in the office, or are they all out of it? He's the only one?
Not in this building. They have several other offices around town. But she'd give you business cards with addresses.
Too easy. Well, thank you very much.
Of course, and welcome to Rivermouth. I hope you have fun looking for a place.
I thank you very much for your hospitality. Quite aggressive sniper upstairs.
Oh yeah, you can rest easy knowing your money is safe here.
Yeah, I heard it was the most secure bank. That's why I'm here. I know it's
in
not a lot of...
That is what we're known for. Yeah, we have one of the most advanced vaults in all of Macadia.
That is good to know. I know that's not a lot of money, but it is to me. So.
Of course, yeah. Every copper counts.
Well, I thank you, and I will get out of your line.
She waves you off.
Oh. I try to get an eye on the Vivianite.
Okay, make a perception check. They would have given you a description. She'd be a dwarven woman.
27 to +9.
Yeah, she'd be coming out of this back door back here. You would have seen that through a 26 perception check. this receptionist lady would have pressed a button to, like, summon her, I guess, to take that money back into where they keep it.
Uh-huh. Could I have... No, I can't do that. That's not going to do me any good anyway. I was going to say if I could leave the note of juicy gossip.
I mean, you could fucking
Can't
try.
leave it. I can't leave it with the money.
Oh, you'd have to come back for it.
Yeah. Or I could... Well, she's coming to get it, so yeah, I could.
But you'd have to get it back from her.
Yeah. She's inside me.
But she
get her
doesn't know
to
what
bring
this,
it back.
She doesn't
Yes.
know what this random piece of paper is.
Yeah. Nope, not gonna do that. Yeah, I see her, and then I will. Now that I know what she looks like, I'll have to deal with her at a later time.
Okay. And then...
All right.
Or what do you do after that?
Back to the hotel. I mean warehouse.
Okay. Bastion and Pale, what are you guys doing?
So you're saying that it's vengeance, but not like in a cruel way, and I'm saying that it's an end of all things, not in a cruel way. Really, if you think about it, no, stop walking away. No, if you think about it, I'm just like trying to find common ground.
Yeah, there'd be a person here with their arms crossed, another woman wearing the not fantasy armor, but the male fantasy armor. Just not very much at all. And their arms crossed, and they go, "Why do you want to kill every person on Earth? What do you think?" Or here, me give them a voice. So why do you think that it's okay to kill every person on Earth? Like, who gave you the goddamn right?
So it's not killing, but it's allowing them to die. It's letting it happen because, well, here's the thing. Our souls are actually batteries to the gods that keep them alive longer, but we're in a cyclical cycle, obviously, and currently it's offset, but it allows for silence and rebuilding a better universe. We're actually really getting pretty solid on it, but then, the shard and everything, the universe sharded itself. So now we're here.
What do you think is so wrong with this universe that we need to scrap the whole thing and make a new one? Because I personally believe you can fix just about anything.
Well, we can fix this one, but imagine if it was better.
And
imagine if you fully rested on 3 nights.
Fuck up the next one and have to kill everyone else again and again. That doesn't sound very fun to me.
I feel like you just don't pick up the vibe. Plus, we probably won't be in the next one because this one's an offset. This one wasn't supposed to happen. We are unique. So when this one ends, this might be the only unique universe. Every other iteration could have been the same. And this is one that was broken. So isn't that cool?
So you're saying just because someone has something wrong with them, they should die? That's not very cool, bro.
I'm actually saying everyone should. Special or not.
No, I mean, because this universe, therefore every person in it.
I'd say we're lucky to die.
Yeah, just because you're depressed doesn't mean you're allowed to take it out on everyone else.
Oh, please, the person I was following, Tear. Girl.
Yeah, that sounds like a personal problem.
Sounds like a personal problem that you don't know how to have fun. You ever died and come back? That's a rush. You ever broken into
I'm
a god's
Vivian.
heaven?
I know how to have fun.
Oh, yeah? Bet.
Okay, we'll see. Make a persuasion check.
That's an 8.
Yeah, she's very close to slapping you.
Mm-hmm.
She's, if you'd have gotten really high, she would have shown you a good time, but you didn't.
I'm just gonna kind of badger her one more time, like, gonna kind of put my hand on her shoulder and just say, if you really knew how to have fun, this warehouse would have a lot more beds. And then as I say that, I'm also going to cast on myself, what is it? Where is it? Anti-life shell.
Uh-huh.
And just bounce myself back a few feet.
Get out of slapping range? Yeah.
Yep.
She'd say, you should see what we set up at night.
And Pale's just going to blush deep purple. And I'm like, oh my god.
It's no boys allowed, at least no shitty ones like you.
Oh. Yeah, fair enough.
How about you, Bastion?
Could you describe where we're waiting again?
Oh yeah, let me change map. You're in a big multi-level warehouse. There's a big open central floor. There are ladder bridges going between. Or there's ladders up and down, and then there's rope bridges going across.
Okay, we're back in like the hell portal room.
This isn't a hell portal. It's just a big red light. Like it's a skylight, but they painted it red.
Oh, I thought it was in the floor.
No.
There's, okay.
The red light's for ambiance. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, yeah, this feels like a Vivianite stronghold. Just a big red pit in the center.
No. That's a light.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. I think honestly, I'm just going around. This is a overall like just Vivianite hideout, right? Or is this like a small town type thing?
No, it's a hideout like training area. When they conduct heists for either information or to steal stuff, they keep it here. They are really interested in freedom and rebellion, so it's like a Robin Hood-esque sort of a deal. They also have things like a soup kitchen, like shit like that. Not out of here, but that's what they steal stuff for.
Okay.
Is to do their chaotic good to the mount.
Yeah. I think then in that case, I'm probably just gonna go look around. I'm gonna do like a fucking repair check. I'm gonna look around, see if there's anything that needs fixing. Like looking at like, oh, this is like this roof is structurally unsound. You need to fix this.
You would immediately see all the OSHA violations. Like it is rough.
I'm gonna materialize whatever stoneworking, woodworking, whatever kit I'll need to fix whatever I'm currently needing to, and then go through with it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you'd immediately see one of the ladders is like crooked as fuck. Like somebody probably did a backflip off it and like bent the, support thing to it. But immediately once you start getting out tools, there is somebody who walks up to you in, let's just say, a mini skirt, heels, and a tank top, and they kind of like lean on the like a big box and like watch you work, and they go, "Man, I love a guy who knows." Or no, hold on. Man, I love a guy who knows what to work with tools.
Yes, it was a built-in function I was given from birth.
You seem how you know how to handle them.
Yes. Like I said, it was built in from birth. It's kind of intuitive. Donk,
Are they
donk, donk.
You seem very strong.
I believe that I'm of average strength given my build. I can lift about, what's the exact measurement that I can lift?
Like 600 pounds.
Yeah, hang on. How much can 14 strength lift? Shit. I list the exact lift. I can lift 400 pounds flat off of the ground. And push much more.
I was gonna have this lady flirt with you more, but I can't do it.
Carrying capacity is strength score time.
You're my friend. I can't do it.
I can lift exactly 210 pounds of materials and carry that with ease. I can carry more, but it would probably slow me down. Donk, donk, donk.
How much weight can you hold against the wall?
Probably about the same, given that I would be carrying it.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 6.
She puts her finger lightly on your hammer as you like pull it back like to stop you, and she goes, "How about holding something much lighter than that?"
I would be careful with that. I am actively working right now. Donk, donk, donk.
Assuming your tool is up for the job.
Well, considering that I materialized this out of my own innate magic, it's usually pretty good.
Can you make it whatever size you want?
I think so. I've never tried. I usually just kind of think about what tool I need and it pops into my hand.
I have to stop. I can't do it. I was gonna commit. I can't commit to the bit. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
I was gonna ask you if it's your first time. That's why. Okay.
No, I've fixed lots of things before. Like I said, it was my innate purpose from birth.
Oh, I can't commit to the bit. I'm so sorry. I had to.
Bastion's got that tools tradesman swag.
Fuck. Okay. She's eventually gonna figure out that either you're not interested or you are indeed very dense.
Why, yes, I am very dense. It's because of the materials I'm made out of.
Fuck.
Oh, my face hurts. Carolina walks in and sees this awkward situation and can't control herself.
Yeah, I like to imagine that, like, you walk in, she's like starting to, like, one of her shoulders is like coming off. She's like doing like a very seductive pose, and Bastion is like, I think that you should stand a little further back. You might get hurt. This is an active work zone.
Uh-huh. Oh, I don't mind the pain, sweetheart. Yeah.
I think it'd be even funnier if more come over to like watch, and there's a crowd, and he's like, "This is very unsafe."
Uh-huh.
Why are you inside my work zone?
Yeah. I put out like caution tape and everything.
There's a sign right there that says "Stand back, active work zone."
Get away from my combs.
It's just so nice to see a man at work.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. Okay, but eventually, the boss shows up. You would see a woman wearing what I like to call athleisure. She, much like her creator, hip, Vietnamese in appearance, long silk black hair, and you can tell just every muscle, every singular fiber of cartilage is honed for punching the fuck out of you, being that she's a monk. You see on her wrists there are some kind of mechanism. Bastion, you'd be able to see that it's something retractable that's able to shoot out, but she is wearing athleisure, skin-tight sweatpants, a fuzzy headband, and a crop top, or maybe just like a really expensive sports bra. And she walks in here and putting a hand on her hip and cocking her head curiously. Carolina! Wonderful to see you. I can't do Hip's accent, or I would.
Hi, Cara. Heard you wanted to talk to me.
Ah, yes. The sympathizers.
Let's talk.
Let's. And she motions for you to stand right there. But walks over as though she's on a fashion runway and stands before you. And everybody who'd been watching this, you gotta love a man in uniform, that being his safety goggles and like tool belt. They turn to all stand in like a circle, and there's people up in the rafters who are also paying attention, and the guy who's moving boxes outside, like they probably even like close the doors, they shutter the windows and things like that. You see behind Kara there's an elderly woman who also looks like a monk, but she stands off to the side. I don't know if any of you guys know her, but she's an elder in the group. But everyone is standing and paying attention.
Well, I thought we were going to speak in private, but...
I have nothing to hide from my people.
Well, wasn't about hiding anything, but, just let them go on with their training. big things ahead, you know?
Indeed. So what's your
Anyway.
plan? Because last I checked, you don't have one.
Still a work in progress,
Yeah.
but I do know we're getting a lot of evidence in one of the bigger issues,
Mm-hmm.
and we're actively trying to stop that. But
What
once we
happened?
come to that, you know, the whole thing about Pellar stealing souls,
Uh-huh.
you know, that whole thing, the God War, and you're worried about King Henry, correct?
A much more immediate problem. Correct.
Yes. How so?
Imagine a man who doesn't sleep, doesn't eat, can't be killed by ordinary means. Imagine one that is a being of, let's just say, unstoppable power. And people think he's the good guy?
Well, he is
It's
fighting for the same things that we are fighting for.
Step one, war is not the answer. If you think it is, then you're no better than Claudius. Just to be real with you. Thunderscrum has horrific weapons that are going to escalate war as we know it. Guns and explosives killing thousands of innocent people, not to mention the famine, disease, and trauma of war. War only gets worse from here. And he's gonna burn down all of Macadia. Good person or not, innocent people will die. And guess what? You know how San Corel got to be a unified continent? A war just like this one. It's not gonna happen again.
Oh.
And even if Henry's not into that, it will leave us weak for when the Emperor invades. He's planning to, you know that. He's been planning a Macadian invasion for decades, and a prime reason to use it is now. If Henry says no to him, if he can't get to him by a miracle, which he could do any day now, by the way, the Emperor invades. And what happens when Thunderscrim starts losing this war with Golgari and Henry turns to his most eager ally for desperate help? Because I don't care about your morals. When you're desperate, you do anything. What happens when there are mechs on our shores? Or these, which are now my shores, very recently. What happens when the world's largest navy is deployed, airships to the same population as birds, raining fire and poison from above? And after that, to get to Henry, the Emperor's not going to leave. He'll be a god in control of the entire world. And that is not a chance I'm willing to take. And you say he's the good guy? He's a coward. And she'd pull out, from a filing cabinet, a journal and toss it on the table. This is a copy of that book that Henry carries with him everywhere. There are the war plans, poems about his wife. So not only is he a coward, he's a fucking pedophile. And he thinks about running away constantly. There's a third of this journal of him making plans to leave Thunderscrim because he's scared. And scared people do stupid things. And, you know, he's not corrupt and he's honest with his people. Then how about the Jaegern state assassins killing people they just don't like or think are too dangerous or inconvenient? Selling metal and guns to evil people and kingdoms. You know where San Corel gets half of its steel? Take a guess. And you know, if you go to Hierophant and you go to the slave camps and markets, what kind of guns are they carrying? ones with the wyvern head crest. 80% of all Thundersgremians have never left that city. They are trapped there. If you pray before you'd finish eating a meal, guess where you're going to be eating your next meal? That's right, in jail. Thundersgrim people aren't free. They're just armed and fed. They're slaves who are allowed to hold scythes. They're not free. They're fighting dogs in King Henry's cage. And when he lets them loose, they're going to completely destroy and rebuild every government in Macadia with an authoritarian regime, just like theirs. Because they're already picking who they're going to lead. If you look closely, like we've been doing, while you've been gallivanting around with just your 3 best bros, they're already choosing people and building them up and protecting them so they can pull them out of their pocket after the battles. And Thunderscrim's planning on, it'll be a democracy. You guys can rebuild your own government however you want. It's not a fucking democracy if they already know who's going to be leading that. And they're just yes men this entire time. There will be a Thundersgremian puppet government in every city in Macadia. All republics and people answering to a single monarch. Because that doesn't sound very free to me. Already, Stone Garden, when they're done with it, when they're planning to, that's going to be the first city they invade, or are planning to, quote, liberate. Because, no, it was bad, awful before, but it's certainly not good now. It's going to be a puppet government immediately. And,
Okay.
yeah. Henry's not the good guy here. Is he better than Claudius? Maybe, but that's a low fucking bar. And you have been sucked deep into propaganda, as I once was. Because that's the thing about war, Carolina. There are no good guys. None.
No, there aren't any good guys, but you'd rather go with the good guy you know than the one you don't, right? With your idea of propaganda and them putting a puppet government in place, what do you think would be easier to deal with? Leaving it as it is, with all the mages, the corrupt mages running the government? Sean Carell could bring their mechs over here, but their mechs have weaknesses. I've seen them. It's just a machine. Okay? Those can be exploited as well. So can all the weapons that Thunderscrim creates. But you know what's going to be a very hard task? Do you think that King Henry is the easy one to get to? Right? Because he's here, he's on this land. He's not going to be easy to kill.
Oh, and I have a long plan to work on that. One that you are very close to. And after. And I know that it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. Because Henry's from a long line of evil men. And if he isn't evil, if he's a little exception, if he really is the Emperor's opposite and not just his other half, then explain to me how he isn't nearly as powerful as the Emperor. Because maybe you can convince me of that, because Claudius got him summoned to heaven. Henry doesn't have a fucking chance against him. And you can convince me it's all circumstance, but if so, he's just so incompetent it makes my head spin, at least comparatively.
Well, he's a child.
Yes. And a child the gods are going to, let's just say, grab by the skull and point any way they want. He must die, no matter how difficult it is. Because the alternative...
The alternative?
The alternative is certain doom. Yet another evil god.
Yeah. I'm worried about the god thing. He doesn't want to deal with the god thing either. He doesn't want to be part of that. He is the son of a champion of a god.
And
again, I would really like to know how you plan on killing him. Do you think the gods would just let him die? Because
No.
I know that's, I know Elor ain't just gonna let the emperor die.
So, here's what we've been working on. Because, believe it or not, I do want you to be on our side. I want your help in this. And I want you, let's just say, to be on the same page. So, we are currently working with Sadak, champion of the Raven Queen, knowing that Henry is somehow able to live through multiple assassinations. We've been thinking the two necromancers in Thunderscrim may have a hand in it. We also have a theory that King James doesn't have the Ethereum shard. We think Henry might, but our spies haven't been able to detect it in him. The energy signals are all over Thunderscrim Castle. They're weak, and we can't tell who has it, but Henry might. It would certainly explain his resilience. James survived numerous lethal injuries, even coming back from a 1,000-foot fall and being completely frozen solid for 2 days. Ilmater has told Vivian that he can barely read King James's thoughts anymore. It's just Ma. James promised to give Ilmater the shard on his death, so maybe he's just dying. Or he found a way to split it between multiple people. Or it's going crazy because James is Henry. Or it's Henry who's making it add oddly because of his suppressed telekinetic powers. So, Fel, the half-giant, my previous comrade, was the one who had this idea about the shard's location. And he mentioned that August refused to give him the old royal court wizards that King Martin employed in James's youth's notes. So naturally, we let Fel have the redacted copies of the copies that we have. Fel probably only gave us this idea and his math on it in the hopes we would do it. Something that could eventually be reversed by the Emperor with little damage to Henry, instead of trying to destroy him. So, we have several options for plans. If needed, we will reconstruct a similar apparatus that the Royal Wizards locked James in during his 30 years that they locked Thunderscrim away. We can create a pocket dimension similar to the type where they locked Vecna away. Because Vecna was locked away by Vivian, Ilmater, Ayun, and the Raven Queen's combined power. This is enough power to where the Vecna's cage should last for thousands of years. So, we build one for Henry and the shard, and use the shard as the same magic battery filling tech to make him power his own containment. So, Ethereum power amplifies the power of spells. We use it to cast the greatest cloaking, locking, binding, and hiding spells ever cast. So, a god would be the one who, the only one who could let Henry out. A powerful one to overthrow, if he had the Ethereum shard. Maybe only Pelor, Trinite, or Umberly, but then the cloaking spells of that caliber would make him invisible to everyone but Ayun, and she's not strong enough to break the bindings, and she's extremely unlikely to tell the others where he is. At least all of that according to a 30-year-old notes and one mid-level artificer's math. But if we can kill them, because if he doesn't have the shard after all, once Henry is dead, we do have the plan to destroy his soul. Not just hide it, not just lock it away, destroy it. Vivian's rebirth cycle can destroy souls. Almost all the gods can, but hers is easy and coming up soon. And she has said that she would if it came to protecting the universe from Claudius. Though she, unfortunately, wants that to be a last resort. Because even if we kill Henry, you're right, he's not safe in heaven. I mean, look how easily you stole from Umberly. But to slow Claudius down, it might slow him down, putting him in a god's heaven, but the enemy has people of your exact caliber, too.
Well, don't sell yourself short. You're of the same caliber. Now,
So-
everything that you just said sounds like a last resort. And honestly, if it came down to it, saving him, saving the universe from him at that point, if we couldn't keep Claudius away, that would be an option. Or if he doesn't have the shard, we can let Claudius get close and use the same plan on him.
So, the problem with that is, we would still need something of the Ethereum shard's level to lock away Claudius. And we don't have that. So, option 1, kill Henry and secure his soul if he's just a zombie or just a very strong Dane. Zadok can destroy undead souls completely so they can never rise again if need be. So if Henry's not the shard, but alive in some other manner, he can destroy him then and there. Option 2. If he has the Ethereum shard, lock him away forever with the shard powering the very souls keeping it contained. Option 3. If he's already partially a god/demigod but doesn't have the Ethereum shard, we steal his soul by modifying the Communion Blade with the very same magic that they use to siphon, that the Pelorians use to siphon souls. Just really any way to get him to heaven against his will. And then Vivian, or any god but Gond, basically, Shemos Sebastian, can absolutely destroy him. So the plan is Zadok with a modified version of the blade in his hand, stabs Henry, gets his soul. Then we move on to steps 2.
I look to Pale.
He's not here.
Oh. He dropped off?
Yeah, Kara winks at you. Your friend had disappearing disease.
Yep. Well, I mean, it sounds like a solid plan.
Thank you.
It does sound like a solid plan, and you do have one. We're, like I said, we're working to avoid that. If you could avoid killing the Child King, or Boy King, as he doesn't like being called, would be the better option, because he is trying, like I said, to help us in this fight. I know you don't think he's the good guy, but who really is? I mean, we go around killing because we think it's right.
He is
Am
a
I right?
liability.
Everybody's a liability.
Despite how he's fighting, yes, you mentioned the awful mages leading government right now. Correct. That is horrible. However, a god involving Claudius would be so much worse.
Oh no, we don't want that to happen either.
And while he could help overthrow the mages, Claudius is too close. It can't be allowed to continue. It could happen tomorrow.
We could honestly use the blade on Claudius.
Yeah, good luck getting to him.
If you let him get close to Henry, he'll be vulnerable.
And so you're just gonna stand next to the Boy King's side every single second of every day?
No, not every single second of the day. But I'm sure you can. If you can get somebody in there to try to assassinate him, I'm sure you could get somebody in there close to guard him.
And he's just gonna be cool with somebody holding the Communion Blade right next to him all day, every day?
If you talk to him and level with him, because he doesn't want anything to do with Claudius either. He knows of this prophecy.
And what happens if that guard fails? Because it will take 1 second.
You know there's more than one Communion Blade, right?
There are 3 that have a known location.
Uh-huh. It's a good plan, but I think it's a hasty one. Honestly, I think it should be I think it should be a last resort. At all costs.
He's not worth that. One person's life is not worth potentially everyone else's freedom.
True. But I think even that will still be a difficult task. where you've had assassination attempts on him already. He knows your tactics. He's a stronger fighter than you think he is. He's not just going to die easily. And
it doesn't matter if it's hard. It only matters that it's possible.
I don't think
and
it
I
is.
think that it is. Well, that's where you and I disagree. And to do this, we need to be unified, and I'm not going to have you spurring off my people to distract from this or even sabotage it.
So how do we settle this?
We either continue talking it out like this for at least a little while. I'm pretty patient here in my later minutes. You could even discuss it with your friends. Because they, they're alongside you for the ride. And motions to Bastion. I hear you're pretty invested in the Boy King, as it were. But if we can't agree on my plan, because maybe with some tweaks you'll be okay with it, and I'd like you to be. But I will ensure that, let's just say, the plan goes off without a hitch. And I'm fully prepared to do that. And I don't know that you are.
I see. I heard you were intense.
Yeah. So, go off and think about it. Maybe if you want to talk a little more, but just let me know whether you're on the team or not.
I will.
Great. And she gives you a big smile. Her eyes are absolutely not smiling at all.
It's okay. You don't have to fake smile with me.
Oh, it was a choice. But I'll see you later.
Toodaloo.
But if you guys leave... Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, they'd kind of usher you out, and a lot of people, I'd say Carolina and Bastion, are cringing real hard. Both of you can make me insight checks if you like.
14.
Okay.
Nothing but high rolls for me. I got a 9.
Hell yeah, brother. Bastion, you're not so sure. I don't know what you're thinking right now. But Carolina, you see that there are a couple, probably not as many as you hoped, but there are a couple people who are like cringing of they probably disagree with Kara. So that's can be a reassuring note of you still have friends in this building, even if Kara definitely isn't your friend.
Noted.
Yeah, but what do you guys do as you are kind of ushered out onto the street and a couple people cringe apologetically at you?
I walk out willingly.
Okay.
Any of the ones, so the ones that are cringing are some of the ones walking us out.
A couple.
I look at them discreetly and reassuringly.
Okay.
And
Like, yo,
then,
boys, I'm not scared.
huh?
Like, yo, boys, I'm not scared. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, go find a place to stay. Looks like we're gonna be here for a while, Bastion.
I think that the other Vivianites are a bit of an assholes.
I'm gonna be real with you, Bastion. We're all trained or training to be assassins. Most of us don't really care who the target is. Just know that a job is to be done. So when it comes to saying kill or not kill somebody, it's kind of hard to come to an agreement on that. But that's where we are. I don't know. She did make some good points, but doesn't make it right. What do you think?
I think that their plan is okay, but I do have to disagree with the entire concept of killing King Henry, if only for personal reasons. I think that it could use some work, primarily in the not killing King Henry part.
locking him away, knowing what we know, I think locking him away would be the better option.
I think that it's going to be very difficult to tell a god that they can't have what they want. And I think that doing anything like that is going to put a target on your back.
Or maybe he could be locked away with his queen.
And by the way, when she threw that copy of Henry's journal at you, she would let you keep it. She meant for you to have it. Because the detective, Stick, who was another character in the Campaign 3 with Fel and Kara, he stole it briefly. That's your copy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I guess we'll find our way to whatever inn we can find and shut it down.
Okay.
It's like,
Yeah, we can
the other way we can make this decision is a trial by combat.
Uh-huh.
Well, we've proven that we can win those.
Yeah, but, probably gotta continue having this debate once we have our matchstick here.
Damn.
Yes.
He's more than a matchstick. He's a friend.
He's my matchstick. It's not just a matchstick, he's my matchstick.
Uh-huh.
He's not just a matchstick. He's a friend.
Yeah, so and I don't want this to be another thing like how when we went back in time, like I would prefer for you all to agree with doing this or not doing this. So we probably need to have that philosophical debate.
I wish you guys the best of luck to not kill the guy that Bastion has spent pretty much the whole time they were in.
Yeah. And not only that is Henry would be more than willing to host the hundreds or thousands of Forgeborn children in Thunderscrim. He'd be happy to give you whatever metal you need to do it. He's the only one capable on the material plane, at least, of stopping all these wizards. He's also the only thing keeping Stephen Poyet alive, because no other Thunderscrimian person in power would even consider doing that. Yeah, and then Carolina, he's the only hope for actual change politically in Acadia. So there are a lot of reasons to not kill the Boy King, or even piss him off by trying to catch him and put him in a rock. Because I think
I mean, the Eldar are a great example that storing souls in rocks does not super work.
Doesn't super work well. Yeah. Because, Henry's the only force that actually has any power, on the material plane at least, of stopping people from stealing souls. Because the gods are going to quibble about it.
Which is the biggest issue.
Mm-hmm. But you have learned today that he could possibly have the Ethereum shard in him, which it is possible to not know. Because King James didn't know that for 25 years. It's just up in you.
Got that crystal all up in you, dude.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
Yeah, a moat of power that gods are afraid of and crave.
Like, dude, you have an everlasting battery in you.
Well, Soul's already a everlasting battery. This one's just the strength of thousands or even millions of them.
That's radioactive.
A little bit.
Radioactive.
Yeah.
And nearly undetectable.
Mm-hmm.
According to 2 high-level wizards that King Martin had hired for a long time.
Yeah.
But, and I promise, Ian, we're gonna have some Bastion focus moments eventually. I feel like there are so many occasions where you don't get to talk, and I feel so bad about it, and I don't want you to be bored.
It's not even that, it's like,
and
so, okay, like, in this entire thing, right, Bastion is a very black and white viewing character. So like when this person's like, hey, we gotta kill King Henry for the benefit. I mean, immediately Bastion, you'd be like, no, and if you say that again, I'm gonna murder you to death. But also, like, that's not feasible.
Yeah.
So, like, Bastion sitting here, like, Caroline is not gonna, like, go along with this, right? Right? Like, if she would, like
I
when
know
she
that's
pointed at
Bastion's...
me, I was really tempted to have Bastion say, like, the issue is, like, I can't be threatening. Bastion himself is threatening in essence. But, like, I was really tempted to have Bastion say, like, the only reason I'm not murdering all of you right now is because it wouldn't, like...
Because you don't want to step on your friend's toes?
Yeah, because it's like, this is Carolina's, like, God's house. I don't want to like, I'm holding my tongue for the safety of your friends.
Yeah, but I know that's Bastion's character is to not say much, but I don't want you, Ian, to be bored. You know, I feel awful about. Okay, cool.
I'm super chill. Look, the fact that is a concern that you have and you vocally talk about, it's like, hey, I hope you're not bored during session. No, I'm super chill with it.
Okay. Well, if you ever get bored, feel free to have Bastion while out. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
look,
got a glitch day and.
Yeah, instead of fixing the OSHA violation, you punch a hole in the wall on accident.
Yeah. Oops. Be a real shame if instead of actually fixing all that, I was just laying up a bunch of explosives from the pack of mini explosives that I have.
Put a shape charge into the floorboard. Yeah.
Yeah. Oopsies. Blew up your whole entire base.
Drew attention.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? You disagreed slightly with me? Better blow up your entire house. Yeah, Bastion, I think, is kind of the... I don't want to say he's the Hulk. He's like the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Bastion, where it's like, he's a man of few words, because nothing could really stop him, per se.
Yeah.
Like, he can go through walls. You know, I want to get a battering ram.
I think
to, like, put it on my body.
I think your Hulk analogy would have been better, because on one side of it, he's super smart and wants to be peaceful.
I'm Bruce Banner, the Bruce Banner Hulk from like the very last couple of Marvel movies.
Professor Hulk.
Yeah, that's what he's called. Yeah, I'm Professor Hulk. Very smart. Also, can definitely rip down walls with my bare hands. Yeah, I think end game, I want Bastion to at some point get like a Juggernaut helmet, where it's I can just run through these walls Looney Tunes style. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
You can kind of already do that with the siege gauntlets.
Yeah, but it's like I gotta break through the walls rather than just I run full force and the wall has met an immovable object. I am the fucking wall.
So it's like you wouldn't take. It'd be like you getting rid of fall damage, because like
that's also a goal.
You could punch it apart and run through it, but if you like, you could get a helmet, a siege helmet, instead of a siege gauntlet. That way you can break stuff headfirst.
I want to turn him into like I want to turn him into a missile.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a button. Let me install nitrous into my body.
Just take levels in Barbarian.
True, I should, if Artificer wasn't so good for just making my character more broken. Yeah.
It's funny you brought up Juggernaut, because my YouTube and Instagram shorts have been pulling up Juggernaut today a lot.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
They actually showed that scene, him running through the walls.
Yeah.
And then little Kitty Pryde pulling him through the floor.
Yep. Yeah, let me see. I mean, getting Barbarian levels would be cool if we weren't at the level where, like, multi-classing takes so long now.
Yeah, you got a multi-class early.
You could ask Gond for Barbarian-like abilities.
Yeah, I definitely could.
Because your gods are fond of giving you little presents.
I will say, I am going to at least take 2 more levels, because that'll give me 5 attunement slots.
Nice. God.
But then at that but then also at that point, I might as well take the next level because that gives me perfected armor, which.
Oh, wow.
So Bastion actually has an entire stealth form. Like I can make my armor. I can make my armor stop giving me disadvantage, and it gives me a ranged attack.
Damn.
Yeah, Guardian. So, arcane armor. It's got a Guardian and an Infiltrator model. So the one that I have is the Thunder Gauntlets and Defensive Field. Infiltrator. It gives me a lightning launcher, so I have a 90 feet short.
Basically, you're Iron Man with the Infiltrator.
Yeah, I get 5 extra feet of walking, and it gives me advantage on stealth, meaning it would remove the disadvantage from my plate armor. So like Bastion can be actually really good at stealth. I just don't use it because that's lame.
Yeah, so you have a little diamond emote that pops out of your chest that can shoot lightning.
Yeah. At 15, if I have the Guardian armor on, which I do, a huge or smaller creature ends its turn within 30 feet. I use a reaction to magically force it to make a strength saving throw against my DC. If it fails, it's pulled 20 feet directly to an unoccupied space. If it's pulled to a space within 5 feet of me, I get to make a free attack as part of that reaction, and I can do that equal to my proficiency. And then Infiltrator is just, if I hit someone with a ranged attack, they glow, and they have disadvantage to hit me. And then every time I hit them again, I get advantage to hit them, and they take more damage.
It's fairy fire.
Yeah, but only for me. Also, yeah, if I keep going, I can actually, in 2 levels, I'll be able to get 2 infusions, or an extra infusion as well.
But yeah.
Huh?
How many does that put you at?
5 that I can have active at one time. Yeah, meaning that I can, and by then I'll be able to learn 2 new infusions, and that unlocks the final tiers, so it's by that point that I can make some really cool shit.
Oh, and I will say, the necklaces against scrying, or whatever, I would say, let's just pretend those aren't attunement, because I mostly just gave them so I could relieve myself of the, if they had the option, your enemies would scry on you every fucking second. But that's lame. So we'll just pretend that it doesn't have attunement, so I don't have to deal with the your enemies know everything that you're doing, because they would. But
The rings of mind shielding? Is that what you're talking about?
no, the Davy Jones gave you necklaces against scrying.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Proof of detection or scrying or whatever. That's just so that's like a plot hole for me. You know what I mean? It's yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, by the way, Bailey, have you seen the new Warhammer game that came out?
I've seen ads for it.
Rogue Trader?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's complicated as fuck, but it's to its benefit. I really like it.
Nice.
Well, Ian, I know you've already played it, but my wife just got me Baldur's Gate for Christmas.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I got mine to congratulate myself for finishing this semester.
Yeah. I haven't played it yet. Whenever
My
I get
last
home.
exam was yesterday.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
My first semester of grad school is done. I only have 7 to 9 more.
I believe in you.
Yeah. That means that in 3.5 to 4.5 years, it'll be doctor.
Nice. Edit that out, Bailey. Or just cut all this out. I'll turn Greg off.
Yeah.
Bye, Greg.
Shoot that motherfucker.
Hey, it's your GM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Darian, Matt, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at @Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.